As we promised, we shall be giving you updates as and when we have additional information to you. As of now, what we'd like to update you from our Kenyan side is that yesterday evening we formed a multi-sectoral team basically to help in the coordination of addressing all the issues which are rising with regard to the matter which I just mentioned. This multi-agency team will form what we are calling a disaster response team, basically drawing together all the key agencies which are relevant in terms of this particular response. Within the team, we have Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, KCAA. We have the National Disaster Management Unit, which is domiciled in the Ministry of Interior. We have the Kenya Airports Authority. We have the Port Health. We have the Air Accident Investigation, which is in the Ministry of Transport. We have Ethiopian Airlines. We also have Kenya Airways because of the various issues which interface in our sector. We have the Kenya Airports Police Unit, and we have Immigration. And last but not least, we do have the government chemist, because like you may know, we may have to travel for identification in Ethiopia. So this is a team which is chaired or led by Captain Tom Ogeche, who is here with me, and he is the Director of Air Safety in Kenya Civil Aviation. Secondly, as you know, investigations are still ongoing, and our colleague from Ethiopian Airlines may talk a bit more about that in terms of investigations. As you know, these kind of things take time, and so we are seeking for patience in terms of allowing the investigators, the specialists, the experts to carry out this very complex process of investigation. On our part, because Kenya is an interested party, we had the highest number of casualties. The aircraft was destined for Nairobi. We shall also be participating in the investigations. That's why we shall be sending the director of air accident investigation, Captain Lunani, to be part of that team to make sure that they provide support as much as possible. And finally, on our part, like I said yesterday, the focus has been and will continue to be, in addition to the investigations, we shall continue making sure the welfare of the friends and families affected is given utmost attention. That's why, as of yesterday, we put together a team of professionals to do counseling and other support. That's why I also said yesterday we put the families at Sheraton 4-Point Hotel here at the airport to give them support and to provide them in an environment which is conducive in terms of privacy. As of now, out of the 32 passengers who are on board, the teams have managed to reach out and talk to 25 families out of the 32. And so we still got about 7 to go. And that's why we're requesting everybody to be sensitive, especially our colleagues, the media. As you meet these families, some of them, as you know, they are very distressed, and we would like you to make sure that you give it utmost sensitivity as you meet these families. They are in shock, like we are. They are grieving, and we ask you to give them as much space as possible. And that's why we managed to put them in that hotel. At this stage, let me invite my colleague, Mr. Yuma, who is area manager of Ethiopian Airlines, to give you an update from the corporate side.
Thank you. Just to give you an latest update on the incident, as of yesterday, we have grounded all Boeing B737-8 MAX fleet which Ethiopian Airlines was operating and which was involved in yesterday's accident as a precaution safety measure. But this does not mean that the incident was related with defects on this specific fleet. But we have taken this as an extra safety precaution so that the remaining investigation will continue. So again, as the CS mentioned, we would like to request the media houses to be very sensitive in dealing with the families, friends, and relatives of the victims because of the situation, the distress they are currently in. But again, the focus is working on the investigation per the international standards, and parallelly we're giving utmost focus and attention to comforting, counseling the relatives and friends, families of the passengers who were on board the flight. Thank you.
At this point, I would like to allow a few questions, if at all. But like I said, we are giving you these updates very frequently. So upon getting any new information, we shall be able to come here again because this room has been dedicated for that purpose. So I don't know whether any questions from any media house at this point.
Also from CNN, what is if you can speak about it, the next steps in regard to maybe the families going to Addis, what are the next steps?
Well, I think the first thing, like we said, is to make sure we identify these families, give them counseling, and then together with the airline, and I'm sure my colleague here can talk about it, those who would like to fly to Addis, I'm sure they'll be facilitated. But maybe I can ask that to you.
Yes, concerning families, relatives who would like to travel, we're ready to assist, to travel, take them to Addis, give them accommodation, and then constant updates will be given from the other side. But since issue of identification will come in, we might consider first of kin for that purpose, but in due course that will be notified.
And for this, we have also made arrangements with our embassy in Addis. The ambassador, Ambassador Catherine Mwangi, already has got all the details of the team here who will be contacting the ambassador in case we have Kenyan families flying to Ethiopia to make sure they are received at the airport, and together with the airline, they are facilitated. So already the embassy in Addis Ababa is very much in the loop. They actually got details of this team which has been formed here, and upon any request, this team will be coordinating with the embassy, so together with the airline, for the families to be able to travel to Ethiopia. Any other issues? Good, thank you. We shall call you again when we get additional information. Thank you.